Welcome back, everybody. Episode 3 of Half and Half Podcast. Thank you for returning. For those of you who are continuing to listen, we're back. Number 3. What's up?
Not much. Just making sure everything's working out. We need an engineer in here to manage all that stuff. So
we're gonna get there. That's up to our listeners. The more people that listen, the more we can work our way towards.
Did you know? I was actually looking at the statistics. Somebody from Germany listened to us. I mean, they probably clicked on it accidentally, but
you know what it was? They saw your hands. They saw your hands in that picture, and they said, "Oh, dang!"
I thought that was pretty cool.
Germany, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I thought that was kind of random.
2 kids in El Paso.
Yeah.
Someone's listening in Germany.
I know. How did they come across that?
I know.
I don't know. It made me wonder, like, I don't know, maybe the only thing I could think of was that we talked about the Deftones and maybe that was like a key word or something.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But still, I mean, to know that somebody from Germany even listened to us, even if it was for 5 seconds, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's up? What's going on?
Dude, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I just got off of nights and I'm miserable right now.
You're gonna die.
Well, thank you.
It's so bad for you.
It is.
I think we've had that conversation, but like,
yeah.
I think part of that conversation, like we've talked about, like my mom growing up, since I was a kid, she worked over 40 years graveyard night shifts, and she's just I don't know how the hell she's managed to handle it all these years, but I've done a lot of like reading up on it, and it's crazy how much
it kills you.
Yeah, literally. I mean, like a lot of people don't know. Well, I think people know this now because of my last video, but you know, everybody knows my mom has cancer and stuff like that, and she actually has 2 types of leukemia. And having to do like so much research on it, like nobody really knows why you get it or what. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Cancer is just weird, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but think like, well, maybe it has something to do with, that,
I can't say for sure that it does, but I can tell you because I'm into health big time. Fitness and the body, and that's just part of what I need to know, right? To train people and sleep, dude. Sleep is your steroid. Sleep is your supplement. Sleep is everything. Yeah. And if you mess it up, your body suffers. And it's proven facts that shift workers shave off years of their life.
Yeah.
Because of shift work.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
That's what I said. You're going to die, man.
That's very rude.
I don't know. Maybe I shaved off a couple of years back when I was a teenager and I worked at Kmart graveyard.
I forgot about that. Dude, my favorite time is when you quit your job just so we can hang out. I think about that all the time.
Oh, you mean like 3 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah, right. You did it twice now. Yeah. Dang, I just realized that.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Quit.
Good times. Hey, so speaking of my last video, what'd you think of it?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I don't know, man. I'm like, you know me. I'm always my worst critic.
Oh, yeah. That's why you and I argue so much, because I was like, dude, we got to play this song. And you're like, yeah. And I want to hit you every time you do that. And it's like, I want to do it, but then you're like, well, I don't want to. So then we just don't end up doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, the response to it was great. Like, I had a lot of people reach out, which was really, really cool. It made me feel good. But, one of the things that you and I think that you've always hated that I do is I'll write a whole song and I'll send it to you, and then you'll be like, I love it. And I'm like, I actually hate it,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it's the same thing with the video. Like,
it's the same thing with anything you do. Oh man, check out this shirt I got, and then the very next day I'm taking it back.
Yeah, like, I just I don't know. So I watched the video and I cringe, and I'm like,
dude, everybody, I'm sure anybody who sees himself on camera.
No, it's not even seeing myself. That's the part I like.
I'm sure.
I'm just kidding. No, it's like there's always, I'm my worst critic, right? So I look at it and I'm like, man, like, I did that scene for too long, or I didn't do that scene long enough.
Everybody, let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know this about me because I don't put it out there, right? But I, like you, am a multi-instrument musician, right? Guitar, bass, keyboard, drums, dabbled in DJing. I love electronic music. But I'm so critical of myself. I have an entire, when I say entire, I mean entire acoustic album written. Vocals, lyrics, duh. Right? I just said vocal.
Recorded too?
No, I just have it all done. Like, I have an entire album written. I have more than half of a full electronic album written. I'm talking about completed songs, everything's done. Wow. But I'm just so critical of myself that I don't put it out.
Yeah, like, why am I barely hearing about this?
Well, look, when it comes to music, right? Hello, half and half. If I'm gonna put my effort into something, I want it to be in the stuff that we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's like we chose to be, partners, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if anytime I'm in here, we got to do our stuff.
Well, I want to hear that. We should record the whole thing from beginning to end, mess ups included.
I would do it. I mean, I don't know that people would want to hear my music, but what I was getting at is everyone's their own critic. Everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's, to me though, when I think about like that video, any video that I ever do, any song I write, anything, excuse me, I always have to go back and reflect and kind of learn from my mistakes. Like we've talked about before, I love, everybody has to learn from their failures,
Yeah.
And I don't see that last video as necessarily a failure, but it was my first shot at something like that. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much I could have done better. But it's actually inspired me. I was really only going to do one video like that. It inspired me to do another, which I'm still kind of thinking through. But now I know some of the things.
Why don't you do the same thing on a Texas Cutthroat song?
Like the writing of it?
Yeah, vocals and all. We sit in here and just...
That would actually be pretty awesome. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, it's a good idea. Well, that was my idea too, is I was thinking like doing a video like that, showcasing different styles of music.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a lot of people realize that, like both of us, we like all kinds of styles, all kinds of genres. Dude, and
yeah.
Like, and one thing I wanted to get across, like in the beginning of that video, was that my mood seriously determines what the outcome of a song is going to be.
Right. Like,
I play a lot of like metal guitar and riffs and stuff on my channel, but sorry, that's my dad coughing up a lung. But what a lot of people don't understand is that's actually, like, metal songs are the easiest for me to write, just because I grew up a metal kid and stuff, and that's fun. And I know there's a lot of guitar players out there that want to hear that stuff, but that's not. I mean, I write everything from electronic to acoustic to,
right.
I mean, you name it. And I think, well, like you just talking about right now, you have a whole acoustic album and a whole electronic album, like, in your back pocket.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah. But
you're right, though. The thing that, like, to me, being a musician, how do I explain it? Well, let me start off with, I love all kinds of music, like you just said, we both do. But what people find very odd about me is I am a 100% country junkie. Oh my God. I love country. I grew up on it, dude. To me, your childhood was Led Zeppelin and Metallica or whatever your dad and Eric were listening to.
That's true.
My childhood was George Strait, the Bee Gees, and Sade. Those three are like way at the top for me. And I love country music. Like, I listen, like, I work out to country music. I love it. Genuinely love it,
Again, and I've said this before, I love Johnny Cash. But anything beyond that I listen to that's country, oh my God, man. Oh, actually, matter of fact, yesterday in the auction, so we did an auction for our third NFT yesterday.
For the guitar company.
And we were talking about music, and it was hilarious because I jokingly told the auction house, the main dude, I was like, "You like country, huh?" And everybody was like, "Oh," like, because it was like a diss, like, you know, like, because most people don't like country.
But see, most people in your world don't like country. There's an entire world out there.
Okay, so what about country?
All right,
do you like, other than the fact that you grew up with it?
That's what I was getting at. To me, when it comes to music, I don't focus on the genre. I've said this before. I'm a feeler, and if a song makes me feel something, no matter the genre, I automatically gravitate towards it. So when that song makes me feel something, I then start searching for more to get that same feeling, like that same high. So, which is why I can listen to basically 90% of music, because music it's not a note, it's not a genre, it's not an artist, it's a feel for me. If it makes me feel something, I want more of it. But every time when you hear the first note, the first lyric, the first bass line, whatever, and you get that like, oh shit feeling,
yeah,
I'm done. Like, I want more.
But isn't most like country about like,
oh, your dog? And no, man,
drinking a Budweiser outside the trailer park?
Oh gee, you're thinking like 70s country.
I don't even know. See, okay, going back to Johnny Cash, I love Johnny Cash because to me, when I hear it, first of all, it doesn't really even sound like country to me. I mean, it's old, but the shit he's singing about is it's like real raw, like, it's his.
I'll give you that. I'll agree with you. It's dark. Yes, I'll agree with you. I don't listen to every country artist under the sun. I mean, it's like metal music. You pick the ones you like, and you don't listen to the ones you don't.
Okay, so you said you grew up listening to George Strait.
Yes.
Okay, so what does he sing about?
Oh, he sings about everything. He's got a song about when his daughter passed away. I don't know, man. Love and good times, you know.
I don't know.
Like The Chair. As a musician, if you just sit down and listen to The Chair and dissect the guitar,
The Chair.
That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. I was like, what chair do I listen to?
Dude, but it goes with anything. It goes with rock music. It goes with, dude, I love R&B music. Like Sade is everything to me. I mean, how can you argue that though? You even like Sade.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Genius. What I love about her, she's not your typical singer where she's belting and all these high notes and all this trickery and vibrato and this and that. Her voice is husky, it's low, and she uses it.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And then they've got great music behind it.
Oh, dude.
But that goes back to like why I don't like country. When I listen to the music, and you know me, I'm a music person.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
And it all sounds the same.
Okay.
Like okay, hold on. Hip hop, listen to rap. I love rap. I love hip hop, and I love artists that you absolutely hate. But when I listen to it, like, that's probably the only music that I'm listening to the actual lyrics and what they're actually saying. So what they say to me determines whether I like it or not. But when I listen to country, I automatically hear the music and I'm like, dude, like, didn't I don't know, like it sounds the same. You
just opened up an entire can of worms and I just need you to sit there and listen to me. Okay, now I just said I love every type of genre of music, but you know in your heart, me personally, hip-hop is so near and dear to my heart. Near and dear, which is why you and I argue about this 6ix9ine moron or half the bullshit that goes on right now that people call hip-hop. They've got nothing to say.
Right.
I'm a lyric person. I think I said that on one of our last podcasts. I'm a lyric person. I'm all about what people have to say.
Right.
Huge fan of the written word. And to me, hip-hop is... I'm a huge fan of poetry. You know, I've loved poetry since I was a kid. And to me, true hip-hop is poetry.
Right.
What people have to say, how they put their words together, the cadence, the everything, all of it. Dude, I love hip-hop so much that I'm so weird that anytime something that I love drops, I have to be by myself, headphones, earbuds, whatever. Nobody can bother me because I want to listen to every snare, every word, every syllable, every bass line. And I just have to sit there and absorb it.
So, like what? Like, you mean an example of an artist?
God's gift to hip-hop, MF Doom.
But he died.
Wow. Do you want me to fucking walk out on you right now? Don't be rude.
He did.
Have a little bit of couth, will you? That doesn't mean anything.
But like, okay, like an artist now that you know is gonna put something out, like who?
Okay,
like
so
that's where I struggle. Is that for me? I'm always about listening to something that's, if it's not musically good, it's got to be entertaining.
Okay, you're talking about like a hip hop artist now, this day and age.
Right. Are there any?
Hobo Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Hobo Johnson, 100% right now to me is the epitome of an MC. Even though he's even said he's not a rapper. Right. He doesn't consider himself a rapper, but it's his wordplay. It's how he puts his words together. It's dude, he's incredible.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Right now, this day and age, he is probably one of the only rappers in the past. Man, I probably can't even. My wife would know, but 10 years maybe. That's blown my mind.
Really?
All the guys I love are like from back in the day.
Well, you've shown me a couple. And it's funny because whenever I hear a hip-hop artist, I automatically know Adrian's going to love this or Adrian's going to hate this. Yeah. And every time I'm like, Adrian's going to love this, and I send it to you, you're like, oh, yeah, man, of course. I've known about that person for like the last
40 years.
Yeah. But like there's that one that you sent me that is just phenomenal. I can't remember. Like it's like he never takes a breath.
Oh, you're talking about Khan.
There you go.
Yeah. Kaan. Knowledge above all nonsense is his acronym.
So like how did you discover him, and how long has he been around?
Dude, I discovered him 4 or 5 years ago maybe. Mm-hmm. He's been around a while. He's very underground. But I discovered him the way I discover everybody. Dude, music, whether it's playing or listening, it's not a choice for me. Music is not a choice for me. It's embedded in me. It's something I have to do. It's something I have to constantly be around.
Right.
It's not a choice for me. It's like my drug. Like, people can turn it off, right? Like, you're as hardcore of a musician as I am, but you've taken breaks and you can, like, not walk away from it, but,
I decided to listen to one genre for a whole year and then decide I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. But not even just the listening, like, just, music in general. Mm-hmm. It's not a choice for me.
Right.
So I'm constantly on the hunt for my new favorite artist.
Right.
I mean, every day I'm looking up different artists to listen to. Every day. On Spotify, I do that. Fans also like. On YouTube, if I'm watching a video and then another video, they have the videos at the bottom, the suggestions or whatever. I listen to everything. You want to know what attracts me to bands? The name.
Wow. That reminds me of when I was a little kid and I used to walk into like the old music stores. I would look at the metal albums and I went off of the name or like the cool cover.
Look, the other day, let me find it real quick. The other day I was working out before I had to get ready for work, listening to Spotify, and I'm just, in between sets, I'm bouncing around, right?
Wow, you work out before work.
Duh, I work out as much as I possibly can.
I can't work out. I have every excuse in the book for not working out.
Dude, if I cannot work out, I am miserable. So anyway, the other day I was working out, flipping through Spotify, and I saw this name, Doom Children, okay? Mm-hmm. The name of the song is Flower Moon.
And right off the bat, I'm like, oh, that sounds so stupid. I would never click on that.
Oh, no, Doom's Children. What it reminded me of, I didn't know this was what it was going to be, and I was like, maybe this is like some artist paying homage to MF Doom, and they call themselves Doom's Children, right? Like, my mind starts getting all weird on me. Mm-hmm. So I look it up, and turns out it's not. It's like a real bluesy project, right? Mm-hmm. Turns out, I see, once I start liking something, I just go dig deep. Turns out he's the singer of the band, was a guitar player for. Oh, see, I already lost my train of thought. Hold on, let me find it. Was it Alexis on Fire? Anyway, but that's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, I'm just constantly on the hunt.
So you found this who happens to be playing a band that's famous already. It's like their side project,
right?
Oh, okay.
This is like his. Yeah, it's his own solo stuff. Damn, man, I can't find it.
And so is it like Alexis on, or like
nothing.
Another band? Oh, see, that's what I was gonna say.
He comes from a hardcore group. Oh yeah, it is Alexis on Fire.
Okay.
Sounds nothing like Alexis on Fire.
Okay, so that's cool.
But Also, remember, Alexis. Is it Alexis or Alexis?
I have no idea. I know the name. I couldn't name a song if I wanted to.
I'm giving him that crazy stare. But they also spawned City and Color.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was the lead guitar player.
Wow.
Yes.
My brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, I look. Well, I guess I look like him.
I think he's older than you, so yeah, you look
probably.
Like him.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Is I'm just constantly on the hunt to answer your 10-minute question. I'm on the hunt all the time. Always. That's what I do. I'm at work. I got some downtime. Listening to songs. Who's this? No, I don't like that.
That's interesting because see, like, the way I discover new artists is like for example, in my car I listen to the what do you call it? Alternative weekly countdown. Mm-hmm. And for like a week they play the same freaking songs over and over and over again. 9 times out of 10 they all suck. But every once in a while there's that one artist and I'm like, and then I'll be like, oh, I want to hear more, and then I'll go and listen to more. But that's how I discover new artists, or unless you send them to me.
Right, but you're waiting for it to pop up.
Right.
Me, I'm forcing it. Where are you? What's this? I don't like it. Skip.
It's just so hard nowadays to find good new artists. It's
like, that's the thing, though. That's what I love. What I'm doing right now in this day and age is the digital version of, damn it, there's a name for it, and I just lost it.
You really didn't get
record diving.
Oh.
You know, back in the day, people would go up to a record counter and just do until they find that album.
Right.
That's what I'm doing now, but on the phone. Just go and say, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Okay.
So let's kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier. We're talking about country, and you mentioned how you love country and old country. So do you ever discover new country that you like?
Every day.
Really?
Every day.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sounds like torture.
It's not. It's not. Dude, I'm a feeler. I'm a sappy dude, right? Mm-hmm. I really don't care. I like the sad country music.
Isn't it all supposed to be sad?
No. Right now, this moment in country, they're doing this weird shit where they're like trying to mix genres so it sounds like a country singer, but they have a trap beat behind it. And
oh God, that sounds horrible.
It is. I'm gonna give you that. Look, when it comes to country, yes, I do find new songs that I like.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that I find an artist that I'll become completely enthralled with, like I do like a rock group or a hip hop group. But I just find songs. To me, country's more about songs. Yes, I have my favorite artists like Zac Brown, Brooks and Dunn, George Strait. You know, there's my tried and trues that I have to listen to every album.
Right.
But
I don't know, man. We've been together for a long time. Have you ever even made me listen to a country song?
I have, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah.
And all I blocked that out.
All I get was, oh my God, Adrian.
I just can't.
But look, on the flip side, to me, it sounds stupid, but I've told you this before. I can comfortably, my country to you is the Beatles to me. The Beatles and Led Zeppelin.
What?
Here we go. Ready? Wah, wah, wah.
Oh my God.
Suck.
What?
They suck. I fucking hate the Beatles and I hate Led Zeppelin. I don't see anything about them at all. I don't like it. I do not like it. And in this bullshit, everyone's gonna. I love it when people say, "Oh, you're not a true musician." Then blow it out your ass. Let me see you play. That doesn't mean I'm not a true musician. I hate those bands.
Oh man, you're treading on.
Yeah, go get the gloves. They're downstairs. We have gloves downstairs.
Okay, so let me first start with the Beatles.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I've always appreciated the Beatles. I'll hear their songs and I'm like, that's a cool song, whatever. But I never really got into the Beatles to the point where I'm like, I don't credit the Beatles for anything. I don't credit, you know what I mean? Like, I just appreciate their songs. Matter of fact, my wife and I even, we got on that credit card commercial in Vegas, and the song we chose, long story short, was a Beatles song for the fountains at the Bellagio. That was such a great moment. So now I connect that song with like our wedding. Actually, even when we got married, the song we played was a Beatles song. But it's not because like I love the Beatles. No, not at all. I just appreciate some of their songs.
I don't appreciate shit they do.
Led Zeppelin, however,
bring it on. I don't see it.
That's a
look.
Different.
I can respect the musicianship. Jimmy Page is a great guitar player, obviously.
Yeah, he even sold his soul to the devil to become that great guitar player.
Never mind. See, there you go. I'm done. I don't mess with that devil.
Robert Plant?
Well, can I finish?
Okay.
Can I finish? He's a great singer. Yes, he's inspired many. I get it, right? He was the first of that kind with the high voice.
John Bonham.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not done.
Okay.
Yes, John Bonham's an amazing drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Geezer Butler, or is that?
Mm-hmm. No, that's Black Sabbath. No,
they all play the same to me.
All those bass players.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate them as musicians, but I can't do it.
So, what you're saying is that you just don't like the music.
I don't. Dude, the 70s rock era, the hair metal era, it completely skipped me because I didn't grow up around it.
Right. But just think about, I want you to think about, like, okay, you are living in that time. Let's just say hypothetically you're old enough, right?
Right. But what did I just say one of my 3 influences were?
Yeah.
I'm a disco kid.
But just think about it this way. Think about when at this time there was, all the music was sounding the same. It was all disco, which I know you like too. It was like this whole thing, and all of a sudden, like, Led Zeppelin comes on the scene, which is like nobody sounds like that. It was a whole new sound to people.
You know what I would have done?
What?
I would have made the sign of the cross. And I would have gone to church.
Oh, and I'm the opposite, man. I would have like let's go worship the devil together.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Like I said, you're talking about two genres that were alive at the same time. You're my best friend. What do I love about disco?
The bass lines.
Exactly. They're amazing. Amazing. But not even that, just the mood of the music, dude. Like, people hear disco and they think Casey and the Sunshine Band and the Bee Gees, which, yes, the Bee Gees were end all be all.
I think ABBA, but whatever.
ABBA's good too.
Yeah.
But, dude, there's also Tavares. There's Yvonne Ellerman. Like, dude, there's all these...
I don't know any of that. I'm an 80s... Well, we're both 80s kids, so it's so strange that you even...
But see, when it gets down to the 80s, which is what you and I... How we differed so much when we first met one another. Your 80s were Metallica, Slayer. My 80s was Depeche Mode, The Cure, Morrissey, The Smiths. Like,
yeah, see, that's good stuff right
that's
there.
That's amazing stuff.
All I gotta say is that the Beatles... I guess my main point is that the Beatles were game-changing to music in general. Led Zeppelin were game changers. But George Strait, nobody knows who he is.
So, my God.
Dude, think about it, though. Like, historically speaking, when you think about some of the biggest game changers in terms of, like, rock music, you think of Elvis Presley, you think of the Beatles, you think of Led Zeppelin, you think of Black Sabbath, Metallica.
Exactly. You think of country music, George Strait is country music. You don't know that because you're not invested into that music.
Yeah.
Like I am.
Yeah.
George Strait is all time. George Strait, Randy Travis. Dude, like...
Isn't Randy Travis a wrestler?
That's Randy Orton.
Oh.
Look, I say, and I've brought this up before, but now I'm going to call you out on our podcast. Let's challenge each other.
All right.
1 week, and you can't pussy out.
Oh.
1 week. Let's get our listeners involved. You guys drop us comments, however you figure out what you need to do. I challenge you. 1 week, you can only listen to nothing but country music.
Oh my God.
And for 1 week, I will only listen to nothing but the Beatles. Because I'm not going to lie.
No, don't go with the Beatles. I want you to go to Led Zeppelin.
Why?
Because they were more influential to me.
But see, I get more shit for the Beatles than I do Led Zeppelin. I can tell you this. I know myself, and I will find the good in Led Zeppelin. Mm-hmm. I can't see myself finding the good in the Beatles.
Right.
And to be fair,
and
I've only heard their singles or big hits, whatever. I never dug deep because I hate their shit so much. I don't want to listen to more.
Right. But yeah, no, if I had to take this bet, I would make you listen to Led Zeppelin over the Beatles because they were a huge...
fair because I can stomach...
I cannot stomach any... Oh, you're saying you can stomach Led Zeppelin.
I can't stomach the Beatles. If our challenge is a challenge, we got to do those stuff that I know I don't want to listen to.
But even myself...
See, here you can with your colorful wordplay to dance around the topic.
I can only listen to the Beatles for so long, and I like the Beatles. I don't. That's a difference. Is that I like the Beatles. I don't love the Beatles. I love Led Zeppelin, and even though like I don't even remember the last time I actually went out of my way to listen to Led Zeppelin. Whenever I do take again, I don't remember the last time, but if a song comes on and I hear it. It just brings back because like it takes me back to when I first started learning how to play guitar.
Right. Yeah.
And matter of fact, I would listen to Led Zeppelin because my dad would listen to Led Zeppelin, and I was neutral. I didn't really like. I liked it, but I didn't because at the time, like when I was a kid growing up, I just wanted to hear that distortion, and they didn't have really, for the most part, that distortion that I wanted. And so what I used to do when I was first learning how to play guitar or first just really obsessed with music is I would just find a band and then just put my headphones on and I'd fall asleep listening to them. And that's actually what happened with Led Zeppelin is that they had, this catalog of albums and I just started like listening to them. And man, I started to realize first, like picking up a guitar and trying to learn their songs, I was like, oh my gosh, like these songs are just geniusly written. Like how does he do what he does? But then I started to really just love them and love their songs, and I stopped listening to just the guitar, started listening to the drums, which John Bonham is like a game changer in the drum scene. Robert Plant, who still almost I can say is unmatched in his ability to sing. So the Beatles though, I don't have that cool story to go with. The Beatles is more like, they have cool songs.
I know your wife loves the Beatles, and I always like to razz her about it. I think my wife does like the Beatles. I know her dad likes the Beatles a lot, because we bought him a vinyl for Christmas or his birthday, I don't remember. But
yeah, and the Beatles, I think, changed... Like, when you listen to the Beatles, there's not this detailed, complex, dynamic musicianship.
There's not. I don't get it. I don't see the hoopla.
What they offered to music was, first of all, it was game-changing in terms of, like, it was edgy at the time. It made people, like you want to do the sign of the cross at the time for the freaking Beatles. But I think my appreciation for the Beatles comes from the catchiness of their songs, the melodies, the stuff that kind of like makes you want to sing along. Because you know me, I've always been big about that. Yes. If you're going to sing on a song and you're going to have that hook, that chorus, it's got to be special. If it's not special, like, I don't like your song, like, unless it's like a out there experimental whatever song, right? Like, if you're gonna write catchy songs, like, you need to know how to write a really good hook. And I think they were masters of that. I think that's, to me, what I appreciate about the Beatles. To say I appreciate the musicianship, the drums, the guitar, no, I really don't. I just think they were good songwriters, and that's about it. However, Led Zeppelin, they were great songwriters. That musicianship, that production, just, it was game changing. The devil worship, the psychedelics, the experience.
I'm gonna have to go to church hard before this challenge and let God know it's not me. I've been doing this for...
So if I'm gonna do the challenge, you've got to listen to Led Zeppelin.
Fine,
through and through.
To me, fine. Whoever you want me to listen to.
All right.
But I just know that I can stomach Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I can't stomach the Beatles.
So it should be easier for you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's why that's not really a challenge.
Okay, so nothing other than Led Zeppelin, though, for a week. We're going to start this on Monday. And I will listen to nothing but country for a week.
That's not fair, because you get to listen to multiple artists. I'm stuck with the same
But it is, because, dude, when I think about listening to country music, I'd rather go back to my old job. There's a bunch of things that I'd rather do. Oh my God, it sounds literally like torture. Like, I mean, when I go to hell, that's going to be my hell. There's going to be country music playing at all times.
Look, this is what I'll do. I'll do you a solid, okay? I'll filter out the bullshit. You and I both have Spotify. I'm going to share my playlist with you.
Okay.
To show you the stuff that I love.
Right.
To get you into what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay.
How about that?
Yeah. That sounds good.
So you're not listening to today's bullshit country. I'll show you the stuff that I love. So I'll share my playlist.
So listen to podcasts for 6 days and 1 day. Just kidding. No, I'll do it. Actually, I'll give it a shot.
All right.
I drive around a lot, so I'll listen to stuff.
Dude, nothing will turn me on more than if we're just hanging out and out of nowhere, you just start singing a country song.
Oh my god!
Not even knowing it.
I can't.
I would be so turned on. I don't know what I'd do.
I don't even know if I could. Oh, the only one I ever think of, whenever I think of country, I think of that stupid. Oh,
careful what you say, man.
Thunder rolls.
Yeah, the thunder rolls.
Oh my god!
Garth Brooks,
instant
buddy.
Vomit. Like. Oh gosh.
Garth Brooks, my man.
That's gonna be my hell.
Actually, he's not even on my playlist.
Oh really? That's good. That's good.
I love like one group that I love. They're like love in the sense of like the way I love the Deftones. Is Zach Brown Band.
I don't know.
I've shown you.
That's a modern country?
Yeah, artist? I mean they came out in 2009 or 10. Around there was their first album. Yeah.
Okay.
But they stick to the roots, the true. But dude, they mix in a little jazz sometimes, a little blues. Like they're not.
I'll be the judge of that.
They're not rewind the song. My dog comes back. Where's my Budweiser? They have. As a matter of fact, they covered Rage Against the Machine.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's a metalhead, dude. He loves Metallica. He just happens to be a country musician.
I don't even know what to say about that.
I would be so turned on. I do that to my wife all the time. She'll sometimes I'll hear her humming a country song in the background and I'll go, are you trying to turn me on right now?
But she doesn't like it either?
No, she hates it.
Oh.
I think there's a couple of songs she can stomach.
Yeah.
But no, she hates country music. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not allowed, but when we're in the car, yeah, no. Wow. She'll tell me, you need to change it.
That's like, so we were actually talking about this a little bit earlier. Like, my wife, she's really gotten me into, like, Mexican music, Mexican rock. Mm-hmm. Something that I got to tell you, like, speaking of music, like, if you were to talk to me 10 years ago, I would have said actually the same thing I'm saying about country music I would have said about Mexican music. I would have been like, hell no, it's all horrible, it's all disgusting. And actually, I've gotten to the point where I love a lot of it. I've actually gone to concerts to see. There's so much good stuff that she has shown me, and I think it's because she's really like educated me on it. And she even made me watch that documentary, like Mexican, the history of rock music in Mexico. And, and granted, there are those that I just listen to and I tell her, I'm like, are you serious right now? That you like this?
See, now are we talking like I'm like you, all right? And I'm a horrible excuse for a Hispanic. I don't speak Spanish. I don't like Chile. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a horrible Hispanic. So are you talking like Spanish music, or are you talking about that dunka dunka dun 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 dun?
Well, she listens to that too.
I hate
but
that
no,
shit,
no, no, no. I'm talking about like actual rock.
Okay.
And like actually not even just rock. Like there's this one girl. Her name is Carla Morrison. The way she says it, Carla Morrison. Or I think that's her name, right? Yeah. Oh, dude. Matter of fact, when we're done with this, I'll show you one of her songs. Right. Unbelievable. Like, her voice, we saw...
Do you understand what she's saying? That's my thing. I
don't. Spanish. And that's actually kind of... I think that's why I struggled to get into it at first, because I was like, I don't even know what they're saying. Not that I listen to lyrics, but still, like, it just sounds weird. It sounds off to me. Because when I think about bands that don't speak English, one of the only ones that comes to mind that is actually one of my top 5 bands of all time is Sigur Rós.
Oh, I was listening to them.
And they speak only in like Icelandic or whatever.
As a matter of fact, they don't.
Oh, really? It's just it's not even words, right? He
created his own dialect.
Yeah,
It's his own language.
But they're just on such a different level that it doesn't even matter to me.
I know. But he could be singing. I don't even know I don't care what he's singing about. That music, his voice, everything is just angelic to me, man.
You want to talk about, and you know this, for years, one of my biggest influences has always been Sigur Rós.
Dude, every time we put anything down about our bands or our influences, both you and I put them in Radiohead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You cannot front on Radiohead.
Well, like, one thing I've learned about listening to the Mexican music is, like, there's, like, the Mexican rock. Like, she took me to this show one time. It's a band called Molotov.
Yeah, I played with them.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When?
In 1999, 98.
Is that when we broke up for a little while?
A little bit. I was mad at you.
Oh my god! Really?
I was in a band called Super Soul.
Oh, okay.
This big Mexican tour came through called the Watcha Tour.
I remember that.
I opened up for them. Café Tacuba.
What?
Booyah. Yeah.
I went to go see Café Tacuba.
The Chris Pettis band. Selena's husband.
Oh, okay.
I played with them.
What? Yeah, my god! This is craziness right here. See, she got me into Café Tacuba. We went to go see them. I hated them, and then we saw them live, and then I was like, wow, I actually like them better. Like, and then I heard like Incubus did a song with them.
Yeah, my wife loves them. There's this. I don't know much about them, even though we played with them. I know some of their songs, but there's this one song that she likes that I actually like a whole lot. I gotta ask her what it's called.
Yeah.
But see, that's my biggest thing is I don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. No. Well, going back to that. So I got over that. Actually, she sometimes will translate and be like, oh, this is what the song's about or whatever. But one thing I've realized, and this is going to be something that I don't think I've heard anybody say, and you know me, like, I love Billie Eilish as much as people are going to cringe at that. I liked Billie Eilish before she even blew up, and we did a YouTube video where I was like, she's going to be the next big thing. And
we're going to go see her in March.
And she's amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what I realized, man, and maybe this name may not be, it's probably just coincidence. I really doubt she's influenced by these artists, but whenever you listen to like a lot of these artists that I'm like the Mexican artists, the female singers, like when I listen to it now, I'm like, oh my God, sounds like Billie Eilish.
Really?
Yeah. So like one of the things Billie Eilish gets made fun of is that she doesn't really belt and she has a very soft voice and all that. Yeah, exactly. And so people criticize, right? And but dude, when you listen to all these artists that have like from like 10, I don't know, my wife knows better, but when you listen to them, they sound like Billie Eilish literally just like said, all right, I'm taking all of this and I'm putting it together and I'm gonna
these are all Spanish musicians.
Yeah, and they're all Spanish musicians.
The one Spanish musician that I love,
well, Mexican.
I'm sorry, yes, Mexican. that I love because it's just a sentimental thing, because of my sister, Selena.
Oh, yeah.
I love Selena, but that's because of my sister. When she was a baby, she loved Selena, and I watched that movie every day for.
Did you watch the Netflix?
Yeah,
that's great.
I loved it, but I genuinely love.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I actually, I don't want to say I like the songs. Like I would never put it on. My wife would put it on all the time, but I wouldn't like on my own. Like I'm gonna listen to Selena.
I do. Well, it's because it's growing up with my sister. I mean,
yeah,
you just grow to like stuff.
Right.
At first, I did it because she wanted me to. I get up from school and she go, Didi, let's go watch Selena. So I would do it every single day, and then you just kind of you grow to love it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I could see that. But as soon as we're done, I'm gonna show you a couple of those artists. Matter of fact, there's an artist that I was introduced to a couple of weeks back.
So wait, should we do this real quick? Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
I think we need to document our challenge. I don't think we can start this week because we need to plan how we're going to document that I for shit sure listened to the Led Zeppelin. Like maybe just little things.
Send me a video every once in a while. Like, all right, listen to it.
You do the same.
All right, I'll do the same thing.
Right.
But going back, there's an artist that I was introduced a couple of weeks ago. Her name is Genesis. She's from here. Amazing voice. And when I listen to her music, it sounds a lot like what we're talking about. So I got to show you more of her stuff too. She's amazing. But anyways, yeah, I'll send you random videos and I'll be like, all right, for the next hour, I'm going to be listening to this. Ugh.
Not hour. Anytime you feel like listening to music, it's
well, yeah.
Like
well, I probably listen to music more than you do because when I'm in that garage,
excuse you, where I work, we have music on all day long. I Bluetooth my Spotify to our speakers at work.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So the electricity maker's wasting electricity.
I make it. I can use it.
All right, we're at the 45-minute mark. I think we're good.
It's barely been 45 minutes.
Yeah,
it feels like 20. I could talk to you all day.
I know.
Staring into those beautiful browns.
Is there anything else that you wanted to discuss?
No, man. Game on. Look, I don't think we can do it. I say I really want to plan it, right? So let's not say it'll be out in a week.
Okay.
But the challenge is on.
All right, it's on, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about
how much you love country now.
Oh, we'll see. But
here's the thing though. I love country sounding country, right? Mm-hmm. Again, real quick before we go. Right now there's a lot of mixture. Even in some of the stuff I'm going to show you, there's a little bit of rock, there's a little bit of blues. But I love like old school country sounding music, right?
Right.
George Strait, Conway Twitty, stuff like that. There's this band called Midland. Oh, dude, they have that old school late 80s country vibe, and they're phenomenal.
Are they from Midland?
No.
But we'll see them. What the hell?
But you know what, though? They recorded their first EP here at Sonic Ranch. There was a documentary the other day on it.
Whatever. You name yourself Midland, and you're not even from there. At least, did they play their first show there? That's kind of stupid.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, I want to know the story behind that name.
See? Oh, I'm excited.
All right.
Now you're going to look into it.
Yeah, I know. All right, Batch.
All right. We are done. Till we meet again. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Subscribe, like, follow, share.
We're also on Spotify now.
Yes, officially. We're on Spotify. We are on Anchor.
Apple Music.
I know from researching, you can do reviews on Apple Music.
Oh, wow.
So if anybody can drop a review, find it kind of
a good one.
No, even if it's bad, I know I'm going to catch a lot of shit for this Beatles thing, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care.
If it's bad, just direct it all towards him.
Yeah, fine. Bring it on.
Actually, there's a lot of country lovers out there that'll probably be like, screw that.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. It's such a stereotype, but it's probably true. All right.
Till we meet again. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye. Bye, everyone.